Hello and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be assembling this oversized top. It's very simple with only 4 granny squares. So let's get into it. This is all you need, the granny squares here. I use a size 9 crochet hook and some yarn. So what you want to do is assemble your squares, something like this. I was just trying to figure it out. Oh, and you're going to need stitch markers too. So here I'm just using the stitch markers to place where I'm going to be stitching these together at, and that's in the corners at the bottom. As you see, I do the 2 top corners, the left corners, well, you see. Just like that. Bottom corners and the other side. Okay, here's the fun part. So I want to take the 2 squares, and I'm going to call the back square 1 and the front square 2. Okay, so the back square, the purple one, is number 1, and the front square, the green, is number 2. So you want to attach your yarn, and you do this as best as you see fit. Me personally, I just did it like this, and I weave that in later. You can also tie a knot, do whatever makes you comfortable. And then I yarn over. So I go into the corner of granny square 2 with 3 double crochets into this corner. Okay, so there's 1, there's 2, and then we have 3. All right, so after that 3rd double crochet, don't yarn over. I'm going to slip that right off of there. But you want to go into the next open space, or chain 1 space, with a slip stitch. Yarn over, go into the next space again on the granny square 2 with 3 double crochets, and this is going to be the repeat. So on granny square 1, you want to go into the next space with a slip stitch. On granny square 2, after I get some yarn, you want to go into that next chain space with 3 double crochets, and you're going to repeat this all the way down, and I'm going to do this with you. I won't talk your ear off, but the pattern is on granny square 1, you want to do a slip stitch, and then on granny square 2, you want to do 3 double crochets, and you want to match that all the way down. Okay, so I think you may kind of get it by now. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through some of the rest of this granny square. All right, we are just coming back up to the last slip stitch before the corner, and then we're going to do our last 3 double crochets on this side. Okay, now for the corners, we're going to do something just a bit different. We're going to go into granny square 1 with the same slip stitch, but this time on granny square 2, instead of doing the 3 double crochets we've been doing on this side, we're just going to make a slip stitch. Okay, we're going to chain 1, and you want to cut off and weave in later. So this is what we're looking like at this point. Remembering to please have the wrong sides of your granny squares facing out, the right sides facing together. Okay, so that will be the right side and this will be the inside. That's how I like it to look. So that's, I like that side to be the outside. All right, now you're going to take the other side and do the exact same thing along the edge, okay? Exact same thing, and I'll meet you back. So we're back. I fix my mistakes. So here's the inside on both sides, and there we go. Should pretty much look identical. All right, boom. See that? And so we are going to crochet along the bottom edging, or we're going to do the bottom edging of the piece. So I'm just flipping it to find my comfort. And here we go. So at your comfort, you want to attach your yarn. So what I decided to do was attach with a join in the corner. I chained up 2. I'm going to do a half double crochet, or half of a double crochet here. I'm going to do half of a double crochet here. I have 3 loops on my hook. I'm going to pull through all 3, okay? And then I'm going to finish the next double crochet. So it makes 3 double crochets, but you will see that the chain 2 is not going to count as a double crochet, okay? Sounds confusing, but you'll see once we get to the end. And then I'm just going to place 3 double crochets into each stitch along the edge. You can actually start in that stitch if you like, to eliminate the confusion on what I just said, but you do what you feel comfortable with. That's what I decided to do. I don't know. Okay, so you just want to place 3 double crochet along each open chain space, or chain 1 space, and continue that all the way until you are about to join the 2 sides together, the 2 granny squares together. Okay, so I'm back here. Here we go, making my 3 double crochets, and I'm going to join these 2 corners. So I'm going to go into this corner with a double crochet. I'm going to go in with the start of the next double crochet. I'm going to stop here, yarn over, and then into this next corner I'm going to do another half of a double crochet, 3 loops on my hook, and I'm going to pull through all 3 loops. Then I'm going to do another double crochet. So this makes 3 double crochets. This is what I tried to explain in the beginning of how I started my row. So yeah, you just do what you feel comfortable with, and then you're going to continue to do 3 double crochets into each stitch all the way down, and join at every corner, or corner spaces, to connect the bottom pieces. I'm going to show you that again. So now that I'm here to the corner, I'm going to do 1 full double crochet in this side. Okay, then I'm going to do the start of my first double crochet, the start of my second double crochet, and then pull through all 3 loops to finish off that, to make it 1 stitch. Then I'm going to do 1 more full double crochet, which gives me my 3 double crochets. So we just joined the 2 sides. And then you're going to do 3 double crochets along the edge until you get to the next corner, and then you're going to join. So you should have 4 corners that you're joining like that. And then I'll meet you back once we get to the end. Okay, so now we're back. We're at the 3 double crochets right before the corner. And from here is where I was saying, you'll understand at the end. So I did a chain 2, and then I did the join. So that chain 2 does not count as a stitch. I'm going to place 1 double crochet in here and join 2, not the chain 2, but the join of the 2 double crochets. So it looks like it may be 4 stitches here, but the chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. So that's what I decided to do. You can make it more simple and start in the next open space and just do your 3 double crochets and then end with a join and then continue from there. But this is what I decided to do. It looked okay for me. Okay, so I'm just showing you all around. This is what we got. And that is with, oh, that fell. Okay, so this is with just the one row around the bottom edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn my work, show you this. Well, I'm not really turning the work, I'm just flipping it around so you can see. Yep, just like that. Very simple. Okay, so now from here, you want to take your yarn needle and thread that. And then we're going to join these two pieces here at to make the V part of the shirt. So you can do this to your comfort. You go up as high or as many chains and rows as you like for however high up you want it to sit. So for me, since we did join these two corners, I'm going to go into, if I can find it, the chain right before the next double crochet. So of course my corners are a chain 2, so I go into that second chain like that under both loops, pull through, and then I'm going to just go under both loops of each double crochet. They should line up together. It should be very simple. And just pull through. Do a whip stitch and just combine them. I don't pull tight in the beginning, just in case I mess up. So I'm going under each stitch, each chain 1 space, or each double crochet, however you did yours, but just make sure you go under each double crochet together and each chain space together. It should all match up. And so you just want to keep going and match this or match them up as high up as you want that V to sit. So I thought that was a good spot. I pulled tight from the bottom because I had a lot of extra yarn. I am a big yarn saver. I do not deal with cutting off too much yarn. I do what I need to do and these scissors suck, but you know, from there I just cut that and then you'll weave in all your ends later. And just like that. So this is how the join looks. Of course that will get weaved in. That's the front, that's the back, and there we go. Or that's the back, that's the front. And we're going to do the exact same thing on this side, but on this side I went up one more cluster higher than I did on the other side. So I don't know, I wanted one with a higher V or shorter V, whatever. I went up higher in one more space than that. So here I'm just showing you, if you don't want it to be so open like mine's is, you can always join up the sides and close off your arms, but I wanted wide arms open, so I left mine's like that. So from here I'm going to add another row of double crochets or granny square clusters, and so I I slip stitched over through that next double crochet. If you remember, we slip stitch into the join, so I double crocheted over to the next double crochet, and I also double crocheted over in the chain space. Here I just chained up 2 and did 2 more double crochets. So this one does count as a double crochet from here, and then I'm going to do a cluster in each open chain space and continue that all the way down, and then I'm going to meet you at the corner so I can show you how I did the cluster over the join spaces. So yes, this counts as a double crochet, 3 double crochets, and continue on. Okay, so I'm bringing you back once we got to the join. As you see, I just did my normal granny square clusters across, and here's that weird join. So on this side I do a cluster, and we're going to treat this just as if it's a normal granny square cluster. I'm going to skip over those 3, and then I'm going to do another granny square cluster. Very simple. You just continue to do the pattern as a normal pattern. From here on out, you skip over the 3 clusters. You do 1 before, skip the 3, 1 after. And you're going to do that for each and every join space, those 2 there. And again, you should have another one, which we're coming up on right here. And those 2. You just treat that as a normal granny square cluster. So it's just 3. So we will continue to do that for as many rows as you like. Okay, so we're going to keep going all the way around. We're coming up to the end. Here is where you see that chain 2. I'm going to slip stitch into the chain 2, the top of the chain 2. Nothing fancy, just a slip stitch under 1 stitch. I'm going to slip stitch into the next stitch, and I'm going to slip stitch into the 3rd, technically 2nd double crochet, and into the chain space. So I slip stitch across the entire granny square cluster. Okay, and then I'm going to chain my 2 and continue another row of granny square clusters around. Okay, so chain 2, 2 double crochets, and then you want to continue to do your clusters in each chain space. And we're going to go around again. And this is my 3rd row, and this is where I actually stopped the rounds. I only did 3 rounds. So you can do as many as you like, or as few as you like. It's up to you. It's all customizable to your comfort. And that's it. It's that simple. So I would like to take the time to thank you for watching this video. If you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.